Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at the 7 best free CAD software for product design. Number 7. Fusion 360. Fusion 360 is one of those rare free tools that doesn't feel like it should be free. It blends solid modeling, surface modeling, and even generative design all in one tidy package. For product design, it's like having a full-blown engineering workshop on your laptop, minus the noise and the smell of burnt metal. The interface is clean without trying too hard to be edgy, and everything feels like it's exactly where it should be, which is a miracle in the world of CAD. What really makes Fusion 360 stand out is how smoothly it handles the entire design-to-prototype process. Sketching, modeling, rendering, simulation, it's all baked in. And if you're one of those who likes to 3D print or CNC your way through problems, Fusion gets along very well with machines. It plays nice with cloud storage too, so your projects follow you around like an overeager intern, except this one never asks for coffee breaks. All in all, Fusion 360 gives you pro-level power without asking for your wallet's PIN. And if you mess up a sketch, it won't judge, just hit undo and pretend it never happened. Number 6. FreeCAD. FreeCAD is like that quiet genius in the back of the room, open source, unassuming, but brilliant once you get to know it. It's completely free, no trials, no catches, no corporate strings attached. And while it doesn't try to dazzle you with flashy design or trendy buttons, it delivers where it matters: serious parametric modeling. For anyone working on product design, especially those who like to tweak dimensions until everything is just right, FreeCAD lets you control every last millimeter like a benevolent CAD overlord. It's modular, which means you can load up just the tools you need, whether you're building mechanical parts, architectural components, or even messing with simulation. It's not the most intuitive at first glance, and yes, the learning curve is more of a hiking trail, but the community is helpful and the documentation is slowly catching up with the software's brainpower. So if you don't mind a bit of DIY spirit and prefer a tool that respects your independence and your budget, FreeCAD is more than ready to be your design companion. Number 5. Onshape. Onshape is what happens when CAD gets tired of being chained to one computer. It runs entirely in your browser, which means no installs, no updates, and no panicked moments when your hard drive decides it's had enough. For product designers, this is a breath of fresh air. You can design a part on your desktop, tweak it on your laptop, and show it off on your phone, all without transferring a single file. It's like Google Docs, but for people who sketch bolts and brackets for fun. The interface is slick and surprisingly powerful for something that runs in a browser tab. It offers robust parametric modeling, full version history, real-time collaboration, and assembly tools that can handle complex mechanisms without throwing a tantrum. And speaking of collaboration, Onshape is built for teams. Multiple people can work on the same model at the same time, which is either a dream come true or a recipe for chaos, depending on your coworkers. In short, Onshape brings modern cloud convenience to serious CAD work. It's flexible, fast, and doesn't care what device you're using, just don't forget your Wi-Fi password. Number 4. SketchUp Free. SketchUp Free is the CAD equivalent of that friendly neighbor who always lends you tools and never asks for them back. It runs right in your browser, it's easy to pick up, and within minutes, you're drawing rectangles and pulling them into 3D like you've been doing it your whole life. While it's often associated with architecture, SketchUp Free has plenty of room for product designers, especially those focused on conceptual models and rapid prototyping. Its interface is refreshingly simple. No overwhelming menus, no pop-ups asking if you've tried a pro feature, just a clean workspace and intuitive controls that make modeling feel less like engineering and more like digital sculpting. Push, pull, rotate, done. For early-stage product design where you just need to get the shape out of your head and onto the screen, SketchUp Free is like a creative notepad that works in 3D in the end. SketchUp Free is the laid-back option that still gets the job done. It's great for roughing out ideas, playing with form, and generally having a good time designing, without needing a PhD in CAD to get started. Number 3. Tinkercad Free. Tinkercad is like Lego for the digital age, colorful, fun, and surprisingly capable when you look past its playful interface. Developed by Autodesk, it's completely free and runs right in your browser. That means no installations, no updates, and absolutely no excuses not to start designing. While it's often marketed toward beginners and students, don't let that fool you for basic product design, especially at the prototype or conceptual stage. Tinkercad is a genuinely useful tool. The magic of Tinkercad lies in its simplicity. You work with basic geometric shapes. Add, subtract, group, and boom, you've got a model. Need a housing for your DIY gadget? A quick jig for your workshop? Tinkercad has your back. It even supports exporting in STL format for 3D printing, which makes it an excellent pick for hobbyists or anyone who likes to see their creations pop off the screen and onto a build plate. So yes, it's simple, but sometimes simple is exactly what you need. Tinkercad might not replace your heavy-duty CAD software, but for those quick jobs, clever projects, or late-night ideas that just won't wait, it's always ready to play. Number 2, Blocks CAD. Blocks CAD looks like something built for a middle school coding class, and that's exactly what makes it brilliant. Instead of the usual click-and-drag geometry approach, Blocks CAD lets you build 3D models using colorful blocks of code, kind of like programming with giant plastic puzzle pieces. This visual coding interface is surprisingly powerful. You can define shapes with mathematical precision, use variables, loops, and modules, and create models that are easy to modify and reproduce. It's not the fastest way to sketch out a quick cup holder or smartphone stand, but it shines when you want repeatability and control. If your product design involves a lot of small tweaks or evolving versions, Blocks CAD lets you update dimensions with a few keystrokes rather than rebuilding your model from scratch. It's entirely browser-based, free to use, and a great stepping stone for anyone curious about CAD programming. In the end, Blocks CAD might not be for everyone, but for product designers with a fondness for logic and clean code, it's an oddly satisfying way to build in 3D and without breaking anything in the process. Number 1, DraftSite. DraftSite is like that serious, no-nonsense engineer who shows up early, gets the job done, and doesn't waste time on flashy gimmicks. It's a 2D CAD tool through and through, perfect for technical drawings, detailed schematics, and any product design work that still lives comfortably in flatland. While other CAD tools focus on shiny 3D models, DraftSite knows that sometimes the smartest ideas start with a really good blueprint. The free version offers all the basics you'd expect from a solid DWG editor: precise drawing tools, layering, dimensioning, and compatibility with AutoCAD files, which, let's face it, makes life easier when you're swapping files with other people. The interface feels familiar, especially for anyone who's touched AutoCAD in the past decade, and you're not stuck in some weird proprietary format either. Where DraftSite really shines is in its reliability. It doesn't crash at the sight of a complicated layout. It doesn't bury simple commands under 6 submenus. So if your idea of design bliss involves sharp corners, well-aligned dimensions, and perfectly spaced holes, DraftSite has your back. And with this, we have reached the end of this video. Make sure to like it and subscribe the channel for future upcoming videos.